Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make insane ethnic melodies, just how to make more authentic and realistic sounding ethnic melodies. And before we get started, make sure to go tap in with me on social media at inquires. But let's lock in. Alright, so here's what the melody sounds like. Let me just play it for you guys. To me, that just sounds like some ancient Mesopotamian vibes. I gotta send this to Hammurabi. He'll probably go crazy on it. You know, when I made this melody, it just sounded like something I've never really heard before. But it's still like in the ethnic realm. That's what's lacking. Like, you know, you gotta try to push the boundaries a little bit, but still kind of keep it ethnic. People usually think the biggest thing that makes your melodies ethnic sounding is like the instruments and stuff. That's why I'm making this video, to show you guys that it doesn't matter, because I literally use like some mid kind of instruments in here, and I'm gonna show you guys how to juice it up and get like a crazy slime melody, like how to maximize your slime potential, you know, slime coin to the moon. Contrary to the popular norm, like I didn't use Kontakt at all. So the first instrument is actually D50 with this sitar preset. Sounds like this. Bro, what is going on? Bro, this is like creeping me out. Hold on. All right, back to like, bro, that's some haunted, like the Mesopotamian mob like chasing after me. But yeah, the first instrument is a sitar, and it's kind of like, it's a really like whack sounding preset. Like no, I'm not gonna lie. It sounds really synthetic, like it doesn't sound realistic at all, but that's what's hard. So I played this little pattern with it. And then I actually played a minor second right here. So it kind of goes like, so that kind of put me in the scale of G Phrygian instead of G minor. So G Phrygian sounds like this instead of G minor is like, so the second note is flatted. That kind of added more tension to the melody, and you'll see later how I use that again. Another important thing about this pattern is I never played the third note, which is this. So I could have either played a major third or a minor third, but I never play that. So you never really know if this is a minor or major progression. It just sounds kind of ethnic. If you're confused about the major and minor third stuff I talked about, you should go tap into my intervals video that I dropped recently. I explain all of that in there. So with all my main melodies, I like to put halftime on it, and I just kind of slowed it down like that. And then I put some effect tracks juice, you know, just to kind of spice it up a little bit. After that, I wanted to add some melodic stabs, so I opened up CMI, which is another like really kind of cool instrument. And I chose this weird preset called Melodies. Sounds like this. And then I played this cymbal pattern with it. So the really cool part about this preset was that it was playing like an interval. So instead of sounding like this, it's actually playing minor thirds. Once again, if you don't know what that is, go check out that intervals video. This preset gave me some crazy inspiration because it just kind of made this last chord a major chord instead of a minor chord. And so it kind of turned the progression into this. So now it goes from G minor to C minor to G major. So I kind of just heard that cool chord progression through that pattern and just kind of went with it. So for the next pattern, I took out Sakura, you know, classic FL plugin. People think it's whack, but it's kind of hard. And I chose this string double bass preset. You can see like on its own, it sounds pretty terrible. I just juiced it up with this pattern though, like hella simple pattern. I'm basically playing one note, but I'm shifting the pitch to make it sound like this. And I kind of play that with my MIDI keyboard, but you can also do it right here if you go down to channel pitch and you can just draw it in. That added another cool vibe just because it's like sliding around, you know, it sounds really ethnic. So with all of my melodies, I like to add like a B section and just kind of make the melody switch around, you know, for a verse or whatever. So for the B section, I put these bills in here from Xenology, and the pattern is kind of weird. The pattern looks really complicated, but I'm playing like 3 chords. This is what it sounds like. So I kind of went crazy on this pattern, but in my head it sounded pretty simple just because I kind of knew what chords I was going for. For the first section over here, I was just kind of focused on this interval that I played in the first pattern. And then I kind of played this chord on top, which is A flat. So it's kind of like this weird chord, A flat over G. So over here I'm alternating between C minor over G and then G major, and it kind of sounds like this. So I'm reinforcing that epic chord progression, you know, C to G. Except I'm just kind of juicing it up like this. And since that pattern was kind of fast, I just put halftime on it to make it more blurred and stuff. So then with everything else, it sounds like this. And then for the next section, I kept the bells and I added one more like layer. And I actually used O-Gun, which is like a super low-key FL VST with some crazy like bell kind of sounds. And this is the pattern that I played with it. And then finally I went into Triton and I got this reverse voice like preset. This had a bunch of weird vocal chops. And I just made this weird melody with it. It's just like a weird layer that kind of complements the rest of the melodies. Pretty much all I added. You know, there's a lot of switch up sections so to make the melody more interesting, but overall like no single pattern is too complicated. It's just about layering different instruments to, you know, build the sound gradually. And that's pretty much all I got for this video. I hope you guys learned how to improve your ethnic melodies and increase your slime potential of your loops. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and also comment below what you thought of it. And also don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. But that's all I got for today, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.